Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, and welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. And today, fellas, we have one of the coolest paint schemes of 2021, arguably the best Bubba Wallace diecast ever produced, the Columbia Toyota Camry here. This thing is incredible, bright blue camouflage. Whoa, this is just a hot looking diecast. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, folks, right out of the good old box and check out this race car, fellas. This is one of the coolest freaking diecasts I have seen of 2021. It's one of those paint schemes that just kind of flies under the radar, but once you get the diecast, it is incredible. Wow. So this one is a very cool paint scheme. You have kind of a Arctic camouflage pattern on the side with a very, very bright blue. We call it more of a Delta blue. And then you have kind of a gloss black top of the diecast. So you got a little bit of everything going on with this paint scheme. Very modern, very nice. I forget where he ran this paint scheme, though. Maybe New Hampshire or something. But nonetheless, this is such a cool diecast that I did not expect. I don't think I expected it to get produced. But anyways, you got Wallace right there on the front windscreen. You got Columbia right there on the hood. You get to the Toyota Camry decal there. And you can see just a very, very cool looking front end here. You got digital camouflage right behind the 2311 logo. That looks awesome. Got the Sunoco decal. You have kind of a thin white stripe on top and underneath the camouflage. You have obviously your Camry badging and stuff. Number 23, again, with that digital camo background. That just looks awesome. Like, that might be the best angle on this diecast. And then you go to the left side of it. This is such a cool looking car, guys. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're really a Toyota collector or not. This is just a good looking race car. And if you haven't picked up this one, I highly recommend you do. Over there at Circle B Diecast, and you can get free shipping with the promo code DIECASTBuffet. Make sure to go check it out, guys. Link down below to that. This car, though, I'm telling you, I would probably say my favorite paint scheme thus far is probably the DoorDash machine, this primary from 2021. I love that paint scheme. I think it looks fantastic. But my favorite car that he ran in 2021 was probably the Fall Texas machine, the gold Columbia car. Unfortunately, it got canceled, the 164. Hoping for an Authentics release. But nonetheless, you got Bubba Wallace right there. Toyota Camry, Mac Tools, I think it's 2311 there. Got the Columbia Outdoors logo. DoorDash, Root Insurance, McDonald's, Dr. Pepper. I like what they did with this. They kind of put the logos that has a background to them, and they put them together and kind of tucked them in the corner, right? I like that. So instead of them having a giant M here and a giant Dr. Pepper logo here, they kind of tucked them away. I like that. It looks a lot cleaner. Notice the outlining to the 23 has kind of a blue outlining to it. Very, very sharp. The car is painted blue, so you could see on the inside of the A, B, and C post, you could see the blue there, so that might be a little bit of an eyesore, but to tell you the truth, I really don't mind it. I love how they chose a yellow Goodyear decal. I feel like if they would have chose a white decal there, that wouldn't have flowed very well. The yellow is a nice accent color. The blue on this thing, it almost looks like it's like a watercolor, because you can see in the cracks and crevices, it kind of gets brighter, you know? So that's a very, very nice touch to it. It's a simple, you know, one shade of blue, but the way it flows on the car, the diecast itself, it looks really cool. I like that effect. Got race car there, Cup Series. Let's go to the back end of the diecast. The spoiler is also decaled blue, but I do think the back bumper decal is a little too raised up there. It's a very small spoiler, so I cut him some slack there. I got the Camry decal there, Columbia Outdoors, Toyota Camry, and again, back to the blue watercolor theory. It almost looks like the middle of the back bumper is brighter, and the outskirts to it have kind of a darker shade to it. So it does remind me of kind of a watercolor, which is, I don't know if that's intentional or not. I don't know if that's just how it was printed, but nonetheless, that looks incredible. And then just seeing the camouflage behind the number 23, this is a great looking diecast, my dude. I know OBB reviewed this car, and I think LW3 did as well. I know OBB did, but he definitely liked this diecast. And I tell you what, if you haven't checked out his video, make sure to check it out. But wow, man, I think everybody is just, they're raving about this diecast, guys. This is one of the best releases of the year. And I tell you what, if you haven't picked up this one, guys, you need to do so. This is a awesome car. I would recommend making this a primary paint scheme in your diecast series. You know, the DoorDash car, I will say, I'll kind of give you a little bit of an update. It is drying up right now, so if you haven't picked up the primary DoorDash car, I would recommend doing so because it's starting to kind of shoot up there in rarity. But for the new releases, this is probably the best one you can get. Obviously, you have the Dr. Pepper car out, the Darlington Throwback Root Insurance, and they have the white DoorDash car. The DoorDash one that I'm meaning that's drying up is the primary one released back, I believe, in August or September. Anyways, go to the dome of the diecast, number 23 right there on the roof. Very, very nice. I love the font of the 23. I don't know why, but every time I see it, I think of Kenny Wallace. I think of 2003, 2002, Kenny Wallace or something. It just, I don't know, I love it. Go to the back window there, again, Wallace right there. And again, nothing on the deck lid, which is really surprising to me, how they couldn't even put a 2311 logo or nothing. But nonetheless, I feel like if this diecast was made with the tall back spoiler, I think this thing would be perfect. I really do. This is a great looking diecast. I will point out, though, there's not a smooth gradient between the camouflage and the top of the car. It's kind of a thin stripe, which I will be honest with you, kind of looks a little bit weird. I wish there was a little bit of a gradient there. But if you kind of see through it and look away from it, it looks fantastic, man. This is an awesome looking diecast here. This would also make a great Coca-Cola 600 paint scheme because you have that camouflage effect to it. So this would make a great patriotic car, and maybe for a Daytona 400 stop motion. So nonetheless, though, a great looking freaking diecast here, guys. The 2021 Columbia Bubba Wallace Toyota Camry, definitely a piece you need to have in your collection. It is a beautiful paint scheme. The blue just pops. Most of his race cars are red, right? So when you see him in a blue car, I mean, it's just, wow, it looks really, really cool, guys. Gotta pick up this car. This might be the best Bubba Wallace diecast of the entire season. What a awesome looking car here, guys. So thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. We got plenty more to review on the channel. Let's go kind of dig up here and see what kind of diecasts I got. I got these right here, a Michael McDowell, some Kevin Harvick's. We got more over here. We got a Ryan Blaney. Check this out. We got a Ryan Blaney Darlington throwback. I got all kinds of diecasts up here I got to get reviewed. So, and there's a new shipment that should be coming in pretty soon. That's going to have like 3 Bubba Wallace diecasts on it. So if you're a 2311 fan, stay tuned for that one. And I'm hoping that since Kurt Busch ran the Moneyline paint scheme at Phoenix, I'm hoping, guys, we'll get that paint scheme made in the 1/64 scale. Because I tell you what, Kurt Busch 45 cars are not going to last. I just feel like they're going to sell like hotcakes. So that's good. I feel like you're going to see the same effect that we saw with the Daniel Suarez cars and the Bubba Wallace cars and the Larson cars whenever they first came out. I feel like that's going to happen to Kurt Busch if they do get a 45 produced. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching again. Make sure to give the video a huge thumbs up. It does help out the channel, and I hope you're having a swell day out there, guys. I'm going to give this car a solid 9.6 out of 10. I would say if the gradient was a little bit smoother, I would probably give it a 9.8. And if it had a taller spoiler, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. All in all, this is almost a near perfect paint scheme, and certainly you can make a case for diecast of the year. Have a great one, everybody. Diecastbuffet. Sign it off.